Hank here for Personal Life Fitness, where I review productivity, wellness, and fitness products. You should always seek a healthcare practitioner before you start any kind of workout or stretching program. Back Magic says that you should not use this device if you have a herniated or ruptured disc. Spondylolisthesis. I've never heard of that before in my entire life. Spinal stenosis, fractured vertebrae, Osteoporosis, or Scoliosis. The Back Magic stretcher costs just $23.95 US dollars. The back stretcher comes in two pieces, the lumbar plate and the base. Please don't quote me, but I think mine came with a carry bag. Unfortunately, whatever bag I'm thinking of, I cannot locate to confirm that it goes to this back stretcher. Also on the product page, there was no reference to a bag of any sorts. Now, Back Magic says that this particular unit can handle 350 pounds. We'll come back to that in my pros and cons. The manufacturer also suggests using this for 10 to 15 minutes maximum. There's a couple things I got wrong on this product. One of them I'll talk about later. One of them I'll talk about right now. When I first used it, I did not know that I was supposed to use pillows underneath my head. So if you're on the lowest setting, which is the level 1 setting, you're good to go with one pillow. But if you're on level 2 or level 3 settings, then you have to use two pillows. I was not doing that, and I was not seeing results. And there was another mistake I made as well I'll get to in just a little bit. Please subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Let's quickly take a look at this particular back stretcher. As I stated earlier, the device comes in just two pieces, and it's made of ABS plastic, so it's very lightweight, weighing just 400 grams, which is under 1 pound. The grooves are deep on here, so you don't really have to worry about the lumbar plate coming out unless you make the mistake I made. In order to use this device, you simply get the bottom groove set up, and then at the top you bend it in order to get it into, if you want it in 1, 2, or 3. Mine is very curved because I've been storing it in use, and so now it is struggling to go back to level 1 and stay there because it's so curved. I believe you're supposed to dismantle it or put it on the lowest setting when you're done using it, regardless of what setting that you have used it in. But we'll get to more of that in just a second. Since there's not much to this, we're going to get straight to the pros and the cons. The first pro is the price, $23.95. It's cheap enough to where if you're having back issues and you're trying to get a stretch and it's approved by your doctor, of course, then $23.95 is a really low barrier to entry. There's a lot of versatility to this back stretcher, and I had initially thought you just put it together, put it on the floor, lay on it for 10 to 15 minutes, and you're good to go. However, they suggest that you use it while you're sitting in the chair, which I'm doing right now, while you're sitting on the couch, while you're in the car driving, or on an airplane. And I haven't been doing any of that stuff until recently. So with that sort of versatility in mind, I have begun to start using it, especially on the couch, because I have terrible posture. In fact, when I typically sit on the couch, my shoulders are touching the back of the couch, and then my low back is nowhere near touching the back. Using this definitely is keeping me in a good state posture-wise. Another pro, the device is effective at giving you that back stretch when used correctly. And the last pro, this is easy to store. Even put together, I'm just setting it up on a shelf and I'm good to go. I mean, you could hide it under the bed, you could hide it behind the couch, anywhere. Especially if you take it apart, you just slide it just about anywhere. On the cons front, it's made of ABS plastic, and there's just nothing more to it. The next two cons go hand in hand. One, I find this ABS plastic to be very cold all the time, and I hate cold stuff on me. So this is always going to be something that's covered when I'm laying on it. And to piggyback on that, another con is that the plastic is not comfortable. You know, it's just hardened plastic. So if you're looking for something comfortable, you're going to have to find something that has a little cushion to it. Like I was talking about earlier, when you use this, if you have it set to 2 or even number 3, like so, then when you want to go back to 1, now you have too much of a curve in it and it just can fall right out. So I've stored mine on the 3 setting for so long that it's just got this huge curve in it and it's not coming out. Another con is the product page is all over the place. It shows 2 different units. It shows the smooth one, and then it shows one with these little knobs all over it that are supposed to be helpful. And that unit is not this. There's no knobs on the inside. I thought maybe you turn it around and it has a, but no, they're just having a challenge on their product page. So I don't know what to make of that, but just be aware that some of the pictures are misleading because you're not getting that particular product. And lastly, just absolutely nothing you could tell me that would make me believe this will support 350 pounds. I'm about 200 pounds and it does fine for me. There's just no way I can see it doing 350 pounds. Not a chance. Even though they say it can do it, I mean, obviously, they're the company. They're going to know their specifications better than I will, but I've been using this for a while now, and I just don't believe that. All right, back to that important note that I alluded to earlier, and that was how to use this properly. So when I first got it, I thought to myself, if setting 3 is so good, more is better. Let's start at setting 3, and that'll really stretch my back out, and I'll be better in no time. Actually, my symptoms, which is the back pain causing sciatica symptoms, got way worse, and I didn't know what was going on because when I was laying on it, I felt great, and then when you get up, you feel fine. You're trying to get your bearings a little bit. And then after a while, I was just getting the shooting pain down my right leg, and I was in serious trouble. And then I read some of the reviews, and one of them stated, don't start out on the higher settings. Start out on 1. So I dialed it back to 1, and I go between 1 and 2, and now it feels much, much better. Overall, if you're looking for a back stretcher to just do what it says it's supposed to do, and you can tolerate my speculation on the weight restriction and the comfort level being pretty low, then I think this would be just fine for under $25. I enjoy it. It does what it's supposed to do when used properly, and I'm going to continue to use it, and especially I'm going to try it in the car and on the couch, because those are the areas where I really struggle with the pain going down my leg, giving me those sciatica symptoms. But that's going to do it for this review. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this video out there with other people who you think might be interested in a back stretcher. Thanks for tuning in.